Hello guys, happy belated Easter. Yeah, it's Tuesday, 2 days after Easter, but I didn't celebrate Easter, but I know you guys did, so happy belated Easter. We've got another song for us to check out. So today, I've got another video game based song. This song is, there's a whole list of choices here. It's hard to choose. We'll go with that one. Okay. This song is called Build a Castle. It's from the game called Far Cry 5. So, you Far Cry fans out there who have played the fifth game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, for those who don't know what Far Cry 5 is, Far Cry 5 is a game where you are a police deputy, and your name is unknown because everyone calls you Deputy. And it's a game where you get to customize your character, choose whether you're male or female, and then from there you choose what you wear, what weapons you want, but you have to buy the weapons you want. You can choose your vehicles, you can customize your vehicles in any way or want, and you are up against a family of, what's the word I'm looking, a family, a cultist family. This family, it's called the Seed family. Okay, you've got Joseph Seed. He's known as the father. You've got John Seed. He's known as what they call him, the Baptist. You've got Jacob Seed. He's known as the soldier, and you've got Faith Seed, known as the siren. Each of them have their own unique roles. Joseph's the leader. Jacob is the one that I guess teaches the cult members how to fight. John Seed is the one who recruits these members, and Faith is making members into these. I don't want to say creatures because they're still human, but they're using this hallucination drug, or like hallucination chemical, to make them into something that's away from human, and they're called angels. Now here's the thing. The Seed family is obviously Christian, but they take it to the extreme measures that they are trying to build a new Eden. They call themselves the Eden Project. There was a project at Eden's Gate. That's what they call it. And what they call people who are part of that project, they call them Peggies. So, Far Cry 5 players, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you can skip ahead to where the song's actually played, or you can listen to the entire video. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, listen through the entire video. That way you know exactly what is going on in this video game. Now, the video game is somewhat based on choice in some moments, because you have to make, and the choice is really at the beginning and the end. In the beginning of the game, you go to arrest Joseph Seed. You can either arrest him or wait 5 minutes and join the club. But that 5-minute wait, is it 5 minutes? I don't even know if it's true. That 5-minute wait is it's a rumor. But I've heard it can happen. But if you wait the 5 minutes, you join the cult, or club, whatever you prefer, and it ends the game right then and there. If you handcuff Joseph, then you get to actually play the game. You get to experience it for what it is. And then at the end of the game, you also have another choice. You get to leave with your friends, alive, safe and sound, but you have to leave everything in Hope Valley alone. Now, if you continue to fight back, then the ending is very weird when you decide to fight back. Let me think. It involves a nuclear bomb, okay? This cult has somehow got their hands on a nuclear bomb, and Joseph Seed blows it up when you continue to fight back. and if I remember right, everyone dies except you and the father, or Joseph, and you end up going into the same bunker together. And I don't know if he tortures you or taunts you or makes you into one of his Peggies, but I wouldn't know. I didn't take that route. I wanted to live. But there's a twist. When you decide not to fight back at the end of the game, you kind of, well, you gotta play the game for yourself. I am not going with any spoilers. The only spoiler I was gonna give is if you take the bomb ending, because I just I might as well give you one of the endings and leave one for unknown curiosity. But the game overall, I believe it is an acquired taste, because if you are, I'm not trying to be. I don't want. Is there actually such thing as a racist? Religious racism, is that a thing? I don't want to be like that, but this game. I wouldn't advise a Christian to play this game because it would probably offend the person. But I wouldn't know. I mean, it's all up to the person who wants to play it. But I believe this game is an acquired taste. That is my opinion. That's my strong opinion. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. That's just it. And I don't care if you don't like that opinion. It's mine, and I'll stand by it. But overall, I enjoyed the game. And what's interesting is the fact that, let me think. Yeah, Joseph, the father, you really don't get to fight all that much. He's the main antagonist, but then again, he's in the background controlling everything. You don't really see him. He's in cutscenes in the game, but you don't fight him or whatnot. You fight his what do they call them? Sentinels. You fight Faith, you fight Jacob, and you fight John. How the story goes is you get to choose which one you want to go first. But the story kind of guides you towards doing John seed first. He's known as the Baptist, I said earlier, and he's not my favorite of the three Sentinels. I liked Jacob better. Jacob Seed was a perfect villain, and he impacts one of the endings. He has a legacy in one of the endings, and it's up to you to find out which ending he has an impact on. But in order to actually beat the game, you have to defeat the three Sentinels. Then you go after the father. Anyway, the song is called "Build a Castle," and the song was written by Dan Romer, and it features Osei Essed. So without any further ado, let go.
Strong, don't cry. sing. Oh Lord, the voice don't lie. We're gonna be safe and sound tonight. Oh Lord, the strong don't cry. Gonna open up the door when the morning light shines in. When the light shines in. Light shines in. Gonna build a fortress. Gonna build it strong. Gonna build it bolt by bolt and plate by plate. Gonna build it all day long. We're gonna make it through the winter snow. 'Cause we know right from wrong. Our house will still be standing when the world is all but gone. And we'll sing, oh Lord, the voice don't lie. We're gonna be safe and sound tonight. Oh Lord, strong don't cry. Gonna open up the door when the morning light shines in. When the light shines in. The morning light shines in.
Okay, so that was the song for today. I've heard that song before because I've played the game, and other people have probably heard that song if they've played the game, but other people may have not. That's the only reason I did this song. And if you do decide to play the game, the only time you'll ever hear this song is if you drive in one of the Colt's trucks, and it's an interesting game. Obviously, this song, if you take it the right way, it can mean a lot to you. If you don't, I mean, it could sound stupid. But I love the song. I listen to it almost every day when I wake up. And that's the honest God truth. But as usual, when I rate a song, it goes from 0.1 to 4.9. I'm going to give it a 4.9 because it's one of the best songs I've ever heard. The singer, Osei Essed, he did a phenomenal job. I don't know what Osei Essed normally sings. I could look him up actually. But the writer for the song, Dan Romer, he did. I applaud you for making such a wonderful lyrics for the song. It's very well written because every time I listen to a song, I make sure I can read the lyrics in front of me. That way I know what is being said. Osei Essed, he's a film score composer. So, yeah. I believe this is the right yeah, it has to be. So Osei Essed, he's a film score composer. He's done a couple things on here. He's done a couple movies, it looks like. Yeah, he's done a couple movies, done a couple albums, songs. So look him up. They may be good, maybe different from this. Dan Romer, if you look him up, it'll have the Far Cry 5. If I see the album. It's going to be called Far Cry 5 Presents Into the Flames, and that's the album name. Look it up on Apple, Spotify, Pandora. It's a really good soundtrack if you like the game. I advise you play the game first, and then you listen to the songs. That's just my way of doing things. If I want a soundtrack, I'm going to play the game first, and then I'll listen to then I'll get the soundtrack, and then I'll listen to it. But I love that song. And the reason I played this song in particular is, well, to play this genre of song, it's obviously a Christian song, if you take it the right way, because Easter recently passed. So, there's another reason I played the song. Far Cry 5, if you don't know what the game cover looks like, I'm going to go get it right now. I'll be back in less than a minute. I'm not going anywhere. It's right here. Somewhere. In this bag of game cases. It's somewhere in here. And it doesn't want to be found, apparently. Found it. It doesn't take me long to find what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for something, and I don't find it, and then I quit looking for that particular object, then when I'm not looking for it, I find it. So this is the game. Far Cry 5, it's not hard to miss in GameStop. It's not hard to miss in Walmart. You can find it. It's for PlayStation 4, Xbox One. And if I don't know if the phone, my recording phone had a good picture of it on here. I don't know if it showed good or not. So I'm just gonna. It has Joseph Seed on the front, Far Cry 5 in big lettering, and then it's got all his family members and cult members around him, and then there's a table with the U.S. flag and then other stuff around it. But this game is made by Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, wherever you're from, but I pronounce it Ubisoft. They've created many franchises of games. They're all really good. My two favorite franchises are Watch Dogs and the Assassin's Creed series, but I just now started playing Far Cry 5 ever since they said every Ubisoft game is connected somehow. So I decided to play it, see what the connection is. I still have to find it. So next video, I don't know when I'll make another one, given that my final EOC tests are coming up very shortly. NCCA members, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or I should just say fellow high schoolers, you all know what I'm talking about if they're called EOCs. But NCCA members especially will know what I'm talking about. But they're coming up, so I don't know if I'll be able to make another video. It may be another week, could be another 2 weeks, because EOCs last about 3 weeks, so we'll just have to wait and see. The next song is probably going to be, let's see, the first song I did was by an artist. Well, the first song I did was not based off a video game. The second and this one were based off video games. The next song is not going to be based off a video game. I'll make sure of that. I want to, I got to switch it up. Make it not boring. I don't want to make it boring, otherwise, who's going to watch it? So the next song is probably going to be, I want to go back in time a little bit. I don't want to go back in, I don't want to go to the 1990s. I want to go somewhere in the 70s or 80s or 60s. I'll find a song between that time, because some of you may not have heard some of the 60s music. I don't know. Your parents may have forced you to listen to it at some point. I wouldn't know. Or you're just, the people who are watching these videos may be old enough to know of that music. I discovered the music myself, actually. And a lot of the music way back when was actually really good. So expect old music on here as well, besides present day music. Like I said, I'm going to be doing instrumentals, vocals, all sorts of genres on here. And if you want me to listen to a particular song, go ahead and type it in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell. And and if you've played Far Cry 5, tell me what you think. I thought it was really good. So I'll see you in the next video, which honestly I have no idea when that will be. So, what's the famous words? There was a famous line of words. Give me a moment. I gotta say this. I spelled that wrong. There we go. I think I found it. Okay, see. Okay, no, I'm not. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. This episode has been a blast. I listened to my favorite song twice today. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.